That's not the only bit of sound that we need to roll through, as Nick Saban had a press conference yesterday that I found absolutely hysterical.
Yes. You can tell Nick Saban's getting a little bit antsy. All these coaches, by the middle of the season, they haven't slept. They had the Spurrier going off. We played that for you guys last week, which was stupid.
But I don't recall these coaches using all these profanities back when I was playing. I don't recall, not on camera when the interviews. I don't recall that.
That's a good point.
That has changed. Why have we accepted that that's okay by the coaches? And that's why the player did it, because obviously it's going on by the coaches.
I think because in the grand scheme of things,
don't give them a pass. Please don't go that route.
I'm not a big – I know the great upset here in us doing 2 years of radio is that I've never cursed on air in a way that would get us in trouble.
Whoa. You just said dumbass.
Well, that's not an inappropriate curse word that we have.
That's just something we can say, but that is an appropriate word.
We haven't had to drop it.
You haven't dropped an F-bomb or an S-bomb.
We haven't had to drop it.
Oh, well, they dropped me because I talked about where I worked.
Right, but I'm not even talking about that.
I worked in a dump place.
Yeah, you were slinging manure.
Yeah,
you used a different word.
My point is, I'm not a big cursing guy. Like, if you curse all the time, I don't think it's very, it bothers me. But I'm not the kind of person who, if they hear a curse word, they're offended.
Right, of course.
And I think maybe the culture has moved in a way that that's not as offensive to us now because you're watching it on television, and everything else.
But if you're representing not only yourself, but you're also representing the university, I think that changes things.
You probably shouldn't do it, but it's become, I agree with you, that it's become more, not just in college. You got guys in pros and everything else.
Do you think they knew the camera was on?
On
probably
them?
Not.
No, not there.
Although you have to
But
assume,
Nick Saban knew.
Yeah, Nick Saban was at a press conference.
Nick Saban was at a podium.
Yes.
Dogman next up on 3HL. Hey, Dogman.
Dogman.
Yeah, how's it going today, guys?
What's up?
Listen, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Georgia Vandy post-game activities. First of all, I want to say I think Franklin's doing a great job with the program. I think everybody be pleased with their Vandy coach. But I think there's been some confusion over everything that took place afterwards. Everybody, kind of calling for Grantham's suspension and saying Grantham shouldn't be around. But, I mean, he didn't punch the guy, didn't hit the guy. All he did was yell at him. And from what I'm hearing from the Bulldog Nation, Grantham was just taken up for one of his players who had an F-bomb dropped on him by Franklin. And, I think that you should expect that. I mean, if I was in a restaurant and somebody dropped an F-bomb on my wife, everybody would call me a sissy and a wuss for not taking up.
So you know 100% James Franklin dropped an F-bomb on that player?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
You know for sure that James Franklin dropped an F-bomb on that player?
Well, that's forum talk. That's forum talk from within the team.
I mean, we just work with what we hear, and I didn't hear that. In fact, if you go back and watch the tape, you see James Franklin looking at Todd Grantham and pointing at Sean Williams as if to say, that guy over there. It didn't even look like he was talking to Sean Williams. To me.
That's who they were saying.
Also, all F-bombs are not created equal. If you say, act like you effing been here before, is that dropping an F-bomb on somebody, or is that just using, that's not like an insult. Like if I say,
well, that's dropping an F-bomb, but that's just not using it
in the negative direction. Right, it's like, act like you effing been here before. Well, that's different than F you. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can use an F-bomb, right? I mean, it can be a modifier, it could be a noun, it could basically be anything in the entire structure of the sentence.
Couldn't agree more, Clay. All F-bombs are indeed not created equal. Here's another one. The F-bomb is a very versatile word. This guy says, I have this hilarious image of JT crouched over the dump button in this entire conversation.
It is dangerous, but you could be like, you're effing awesome. And it's it's an endorsement, right?
Low Dog 44, this show is effing great. You effing guys are the effing bomb.
Was that negative or was that positive?
Positive.
That was positive.